90% of guitarists end up quitting early. Let me show you the typical self-taught journey and how to actually succeed.
This weak part at the beginning of the curve represents the first phase of learning guitar, which I call the danger zone. This phase is weeks for some people, it's months or even longer for others, but what exactly goes on in this phase? Unfortunately, not very much music. This is mostly where you're figuring out how to just make the guitar sound, your sitting position, how to put your fingers down, how to strum, how to pluck, etc. Next phase of your journey is what I call the honeymoon phase. As you can see, the curve suddenly gets a lot steeper during this part, which means your performance skyrockets with minimal extra time input. Because as we know, guitar is hard to start, but once you learn how to coordinate those hands, once you've got your sitting position down, suddenly it's actually quite easy to get going. You can learn some basic movements and shapes, and you can do a lot of things. This final flattening of the curve is what I call the burnout zone. And it's where many people quit because they lose direction and they lose that motivation that comes from progress. Even more than quitting, it's often the point where people stop caring about getting better and they just kind of float in and out of playing guitar. They take a few years off, then come back. One day they wake up and they're 70 years old and they realize they never hit their goals despite playing guitar their entire life. Don't wait until you're 70 to realize you can do more. In my opinion, there's only one way forward from here. Choose a learning path and stick with it.
If you want more info-packed tutorials, follow along for more.